Let's talk mistakes that are killing your growth. What's going on, guys? I'm Ryan Burris with Rytech Gaming, and in this video, we're covering a bunch of different mistakes that are killing our growth as streamers. Now, a lot of these mistakes I've made when I first started, and I can guarantee you some of you are making these same mistakes as well. So you're definitely going to watch this video all the way to the end so you don't miss any of the mistakes that I'm mentioning. And of course, we're going to start with a little bit easier mistakes and work our way on to more nuanced and bigger mistakes that we're going to want to avoid if we want to become better streamers, or if you just want to grow in general. Now, if you guys do like the content, make sure you hit a like on the video. It goes a long way to support the channel. If you haven't already, think about subscribing as well. A lot more content just like this, tech, gaming, all that kind of stuff. And if you guys do want to talk live with anything like this about tech, gaming, Twitch tips, or streaming tips, I do stream myself every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Link in the description down below. So you guys can come and check me out on there. And let's go ahead and just jump right into it. So mistake number one is going to be not fixing any sort of technical issues you have on your stream, whether that be audio issues or video issues. Now, I've checked out a lot of different streams and even had a lot of these issues myself when I first started streaming, and they usually fall into either audio or video problems that you can only really tell from the user end. So it definitely helps to get a second set of eyes and ears on your channel to kind of give you the idea of what's going on. Usually with audio issues, it's just your levels aren't set correct to where you have like your in-game volume is a little too loud and it drowns out your voice. Discord volume again too loud, or your microphone sounds like you're talking into a tin can or something, just simply because your settings aren't set correctly. If you guys do need that second set of eyes and ears on your channel to kind of give you a heads up on what's going on or what sounds a little off, there's a link in the description down below to our Discord channel with a bunch of different other streamers in there that have gone through similar issues who are willing to help you guys out. So go ahead and hop in there. We'll try to get you fixed up. Secondly, if it's video issues and you have a laggy stream, I made a video fixing laggy streams right here to optimize a bunch of different settings you can change to give you the best performance for your stream. Links up there. If you don't want to look at my video, just look up on YouTube how to fix a laggy stream, and I'm sure there's a bunch of different videos you can look to get yourself set up to make sure you have no more technical issues, because there's nothing that makes people run away faster from a new stream than audio issues and video issues. You want your stream to be both pleasant on the ears and the eyes to keep people in there. So mistake number two is going to be ignoring your chat. And I'm not really sure why this is such a common issue as it is, because I've run into many different streams where I'll come in, I'll say my initial message to the streamer, say hi, what's going on, or that kind of thing. And then I'll wait a couple minutes to no response. And I get it, sometimes we just get a little too involved in our games. I'm a gamer as well, makes sense, I understand. But if another few more minutes goes by, like 5 or so minutes, I send another message and the streamer still just sits just like this, with absolutely no interaction or acknowledgement of their chat, that's a huge mistake. What this is going to do is make people feel like they're just staring at you through a window and creeping on you while you're playing a game. And nobody wants to feel like that. You're not going to gain any sort of following doing this. So you need to start paying attention to your chat. And yes, you could make the argument that, well, larger streamers don't tend to interact with their chat nearly as much. And while that is true, that doesn't really work for a smaller streamer. The bigger streamers, their whole chat becomes its own entity where they can all keep themselves entertained, whether or not the streamer actually acknowledges what they're talking about or what they're saying. As a smaller streamer, you're still trying to build your community and build the relationships with people that do hop in, so you have to engage with them and talk with them. Otherwise, you're not going to grow anywhere. So you're definitely going to want to pay attention to your chat. And if you don't have anything like a second monitor that you can look at chat with, pull out your cell phone, open up your chat on that, and monitor it so you don't miss anybody that comes in your streams. Now, speaking of chats, mistake number 3 is going to be sub-only and follow-only chats. Do not enable these. It's a huge mistake. I know you're probably thinking, well, I'm trying to get more followers, so if I put follower-only chat, I'm going to get more people to follow. And this doesn't really work that way. It might work in some cases, but for the majority of people, it's just going to turn people away. Even if you get a host, and a lot of times I've hosted people when they had the follower-only option on, and it's incredibly annoying to have to make all your people that you're bringing over to their stream automatically follow without really knowing the content. It's not worth it. Make sure these are off because you're going to push away more people than you're going to earn from the follow-only or sub-only chats. And if you are looking to get hosted by any means, people don't like hopping into channels that have these follower-only or sub-only modes enabled. It's no fun for the people hosting. It's no fun for the people trying to discover you. So just go ahead and turn these off and then earn followers and the subs. Now, mistake number 4 is going to be game choice. And by game choice, we're not going to be talking about the typical advice you hear a lot of people talk about, which is don't play oversaturated games. Now, this is solid advice. You definitely want to take that advice. But the problem here is a lot of people take that advice and apply it in the wrong direction. So what you see a lot of times is people will find a game that's not saturated, but a game they don't enjoy playing, and they keep playing that in hopes that it's going to help them grow. It's a good idea in theory, but it comes across as ungenuine, and people that are watching your stream are definitely going to pick up on the fact that you're not enjoying the game you're playing, and you're not going to make the best content with it. So what you need to do here is instead find a game that is not saturated, of course, but then find one that you actually enjoy playing. It's easier said than done, but if you use a website like solygnome.com, I'll have a link for it in the description down below. If If you use this website, it breaks down a lot of different Twitch statistics. So it breaks down how many people are playing a game, how many people are streaming, how many people are watching, and all that kind of stuff. So go ahead and check out that website and it'll get you a feel for the kind of game that you should be playing for your streams. And if you guys do want a whole video about game choice and the best games to stream, let me know in the comment section down below and we'll make a whole video dedicated to this subject. Now, mistake number 5 is networking. And by this, I mean not networking at all or networking in a bad way. Now, of course, I've mentioned this in a lot of other videos and I talk about this a lot. Networking badly, of course, is the kind of people that'll hop in your stream and just be like, hey, I'm a streamer, follow me. And they just get ignored. Bad networking will just get you blacklisted and completely ignored by a lot of people. So you definitely don't want to do this. I can appreciate the hustle. I mean, at least you're trying, but you're just doing it in the wrong way. So if you're doing this, what you need to do instead is network the correct way, which is find streams you enjoy watching, be a part of their community, make friends with the streamer. Find other streamers that make content just like yours or play games similar to the games you play or the exact same game that you play and do some collaborations with them. Also, what you can do is make friends in the games that you actually play. Like I've mentioned before, I play a lot of Siege and I just end up team chatting a lot and try to get people to keep playing with me. The more friends you make, the more people that have a chance to actually come out and check out your stream. As I mentioned before, Twitch is a social platform and it helps to be social. So find ways to network and do it the correct way so you don't get blacklisted and ignored by people. So mistake number 6 is going to be streaming too much. And you're probably asking yourself, how exactly is streaming too much a mistake? And this is basically built off the backs of some really bad advice that I hear echoing repeatedly on a lot of different places. And the advice basically goes like, well, Twitch is a grind, so just keep grinding, stream more, and keep going and going and going. And this honestly is terrible advice because you can stream 24/7 to your couple of viewers on Twitch and never get discovered or never really grow any because Twitch is not a discoverable platform. The only real way to find people is if you already know who they are and you search for them, or if they're in the gaming directory and the only people at the top, the ones you're really going to pay attention to, are the people that already have thousands or hundreds of viewers. And that's not you if you're just starting and only have a couple of viewers. You're going to be all the way at the bottom. So the discoverability on Twitch is practically non-existent. So instead of spending all your time hitting that go live button and streaming and playing your game or creating your content on Twitch, whatever that content is, you should cut back on the amount of hours you stream to give yourself more time to either network, create content on platforms that are more discoverable, and take a look at your content and see what's working and see what's not and improve on your content. So instead of constantly streaming and that's all you spend your time on, definitely want to cut back on the hours so you have more time to make your content better, to network with other content creators, and to put content on more discoverable platforms. And that brings us into topic number 7, which is not creating content on other more discoverable platforms. So gone are the days where you could just stream for 8+ hours a day on Twitch and get discovered, and it just doesn't work that way anymore. And I know some people did this and it worked out well for them, but it's just kind of not the way it is. There's no discoverability on Twitch, so if you are planning to grow on Twitch, you are gonna have to make content on other platforms. Now you can be pretty creative with this, obviously, because you're just creating content on other places, and depending on the place you want to create the content or put the content is gonna kind of dictate the kind of content you're creating. So you have stuff like YouTube, which there's certain content that works on YouTube. You have Instagram, which obviously Instagram has certain kind of content you'll have to create. Twitter, again, certain kind of content, but still more discoverable. And then there's TikTok, certain kind of content that'll work, but it's still way more discoverable than Twitch is. Now, a lot of people might think that TikTok isn't going to be the place for them because it's all about dancing videos, but I don't think that's the right mindset to have because TikTok is still pretty new. So the type of content that's going to work and going to get really popular on there is, I think, going to change. It's not always going to stay that dancing videos. And if it does stay dancing videos, I think other things are also going to get popular on that platform just because it's so new. So just like back in the day of YouTube, when it started getting super popular and people that rode that wave of success got really popular, I think you can do the same thing with TikTok right now. And with TikTok being so new, I think there's going to be a lot of different types of content that works well in that 1 minute time frame that you have for that. Not to mention, it's pretty easy to make content that still works on that platform because all you really need is a cell phone. And I guarantee you have a cell phone in your pocket right now, or you're watching this on your cell phone. So really the only equipment you need is your cell phone and you can start making content for TikTok, no problem. Whereas something with YouTube, I feel like the quality bar is a little bit higher since people have been on the platform a lot longer. So you need to have a little bit higher quality content for it to really catch on. It's not always the case, but it just kind of seems that way. That's a little more quality driven versus TikTok. Everyone's taking cell phone videos and that's what's working. So I'd think about making content on TikTok or just make content and whatever kind of content you want to make, find the platform that fits best for that content. All right, guys, so that is going to be all 7 mistakes that I've noticed that a lot of people make. And like I said, I even made a few of these myself when I first started. And you definitely want to avoid making any of these if you are trying to grow. And if you guys did want to discuss any of these in further detail, you can hit me up in the comment section down below, or you can hop into one of my live streams, as I do stream myself every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Link in the description down below for that. And as always, if you guys did find this video helpful or useful in any way, make sure you hit a like on the video. Think about subscribing if you haven't already, and of course, relevant content all right here.